Let's talk about something huge. We're going to dive into how artificial intelligence has evolved way beyond just being a simple chatbot. We're talking about autonomous agents and how they might just be the secret to building $1 million company all by yourself.
All right, first up, the $1 million solo startup. This whole idea of a one-person empire has always felt like a bit of a pipe dream, right? Well, let's break down how new tech is dragging that fantasy into reality.
So let's just get right to the heart of it. Can one single person really build a company that pulls in $1 million? I mean, think about the workload, the complexity. In the past, the answer was a pretty clear no way. But things have changed. With these new AI agents, the answer is a confident, almost shocking yes. And look, this isn't just hype. This is a fundamental shift in what one person is capable of. Okay, so what even is an AI agent? It's not just another app on your phone. See that phrase, execution body? That's the key. This is a system that can understand a goal you give it, make its own decisions, and then actually use other software to get the job done. It's less like you're using a tool and more like you're directing an entire department. That's the game changer. And hey, don't just take my word for it. Experts in the field are all over this. The era of the super individual, where one person is amplified by a team of AI agents, it's not coming, it's already here. So if we're going to command these agents, we first have to get a handle on how they, think. And it all boils down to how they understand our language. That's the engine behind everything. This visual breaks it down perfectly. Think of it like this. Artificial intelligence is the giant umbrella. Under that, you've got machine learning. A slice of that is deep learning. And right at the very core, the thing making all this new stuff possible are large language models, LLMs. They're the powerhouse. And just look at how fast this has all happened. I mean, the pace is incredible. We were doing early machine learning in the 2000s, then got a big boost with deep learning in 2012. But the real earthquake hit in 2017. That's when the transformer architecture was invented. That single innovation is what led directly to the agent era we're living in right now.
So what's the big deal with the transformer? It's this thing called a self-attention mechanism. Basically, it lets the AI look at a whole sentence at once and figure out how every word relates to every other word. It's not just reading left to right. It's understanding context and nuance. It's getting the real meaning. And this is where it gets a little bit sci-fi. It's amazing. The AI turns words into coordinates in this enormous invisible space. And in that space, ideas and relationships become math. Seriously, you can take the location for king, subtract the location for man, add the location for woman, and you land exactly on the coordinate for queen. It's wild. It's a mathematical grasp of language itself.
Okay, so that's the theory, which is cool. But how do we turn all that into practical tools you can actually use to build a business? Let's get into the toolkit. Because here's the most important question, right? How does the AI get smart about your stuff, your products, your customers, your data? Because without that, it's pretty useless. Well, thankfully, you've got two major cheat codes to make it happen. Okay, this is simple, but absolutely crucial. You use the right tool for the right kind of data. For all your messy stuff, PDFs, Word docs, random text files, use RAG. Just think of it as chatting with your documents. But for all your neat, organized data sitting in databases and spreadsheets, you use NL2 SQL. That's like chatting with your database. It turns your plain English questions, like, show me my top 5 salespeople in Texas last quarter, into the complex code needed to pull that answer. So just like that, you become a customer support team and a data analytics department, all in one.
So now you've got the tools. The next big decision is a strategic one. How are you actually going to set up this AI brain for your company? You've really got two main options here. Private deployment is like building your own Fort Knox. It's expensive, it's complicated, but your data never ever leaves your system. That's a must for sensitive industries like finance or healthcare. The other path is API integration. This is like renting a supercomputer. It's fast, it's cheap to get started, but you are sending your data out to a third party. For most startups and small businesses, this is absolutely the way to go. Now, when you put all of this together, the powerful agents, the right tools, the best deployment strategy, you don't just get a new business. You get a whole new kind of professional. Let's be real, a lot of the old job roles are starting to look obsolete. Why hire a massive team of engineers for tasks that an AI agent can do?
The most valuable person in the room is no longer just the coder. It's the person who knows how to conduct this entire AI orchestra. So who is this super individual? They're basically a master translator. They can speak the language of business needs and the language of AI architecture. They're not focused on writing lines of code, they're focused on designing and building solutions. They are the strategists who point the AI agents at a business goal and say, go. They're the architects of this whole one-person company revolution. And that really brings us to the final and I think most exciting question. All of this tech isn't science fiction. It's here right now. So if I handed you the keys, if you could build a fully automated one-person company tomorrow with an army of AI agents ready to go, what industry would you go after? What problem would you solve first? The possibilities are really something to think about.